Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Thank you very much for your messages. Ali and Shaka are here. We saw Tottenham beat Arsenal, didn't we? 1-0 earlier today. Do you still consider matches between club rivals as a derby if it's held outside of the country where the league is located and it's a pre-season match?
No.
No. I don't think so.
Pre-season match?
Yep. Ali, would you like to add anything to this?
That's the key. Pre-season match. That's the difference.
Because
otherwise you can make the case for the Spanish Super Cup in Saudi Arabia or whatever it is that they play it in.
Right. Oh no, that was real. Spanish Super Cup is real.
I know, but that's what you obviously did not listen to me. That I said the key was pre-season match.
Right.
But otherwise, if you play the Spanish Super Cup, as they do in Saudi Arabia, and it's still El Clásico when Barcelona and Real Madrid play each other.
I see.
I was going to get there in the end. I'm just saying.
Right.
Just
it's quite a long...
Jumping the gun, you.
Right. Focus on this. It's quite long, Ali.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Start, bench or drop. Sell the following 4 players by ranking who of them is going to end their respective careers with the most to least Championship League winners' medals. Lamine Yamal at Barca.
Champions League.
Yes, Champions League. Real Madrid at Mbappe at Real Madrid. Florian Wirtz at Liverpool. Erling Haaland at Manchester City. So he already has a head start. He has 1. The rest, of course, yet to get 1.
And this is to me, Dan?
This is to you, but I will open it up to Shaka as well.
Okay.
You don't have to.
No, I'd like to.
Okay.
Right. I'm going to say Lamine Yamal at Barcelona. The youngest group to work with, the youngest player, so we'll have multiple opportunities, and we assume that he'll be in Barcelona for the length of his career.
Okay.
So I'm working on pure mathematics here. I'm going to go Lamine Yamal at Barcelona.
And you know where I'm going next, then?
What's that?
2nd, 3rd, 4th.
Oh, all right, okay. Well, Haaland already has 1 at Manchester City. I'm gonna go Haaland, and then Mbappe and Wirtz have the same. We'll have the same.
Which will be?
1.
They'll have 1 apiece.
Yes.
I'm going to go Yamal, Mbappe, Haaland, Wirtz.
Why Mbappe 2nd?
Just because it's Real Madrid and the Champions League just have a thing.
But Barcelona have more of a thing.
Lamine Yamal is younger and has more runway.
Right.
For that thing.
Okay.
Yeah, all I would say is that Barcelona would be in the way of. If we're picking Lamine Yamal, that's why I had Mbappe a little bit lower, because that would mean that Barcelona is getting on the way of Real Madrid achieving some of these things. So,
good question. How do players from both teams involved in transfer sagas, Isak to Liverpool, sorry Shaka, react or discuss seeing headlines and rumours, good, bad, ludicrous? Did you talk about it at all, Shaq?
Not really. No.
What did you talk about?
Science stuff.
Science. Yeah. What sort of science stuff?
Absolutely.
You know, big market stuff?
No, not at all big market stuff. Nobody discusses that. I don't know what you're talking about. No idea what you're talking about. Let's stick to the question. Headline speculation are part of the job. And you discuss it, nobody takes it overly seriously.
Right.
If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't...
And unless you're really close with this specific player, where you may have a conversation.
Unless it's you.
Huh?
Unless it's about you.
Yeah. Well, yes, or you.
You are quite close.
And you could have a conversation about what's happening, what's going on. He could very well be your roommate on the road. I don't know. And some of this innuendo is going on, and you see how maybe it affects them or doesn't. But on the whole, it really doesn't affect how the locker room is run on a daily basis.
Ali, have you ever had a new manager appointed whose hire was unpopular with the players?
Yeah, we were in first place with the LA Galaxy when Siggy Schmidt was let go in the middle of the season.
And you had a very close relationship with Siggy Schmidt.
Yes, not as close then as it became
Right.
later on when he then, once he went back into MLS and was the Columbus Crew, he traded for me to come to the Columbus Crew, and then the relationship was sealed.
Oh.
But I had a very good relationship with Siggy, and he drafted me and what have you, but we were in first place. At that point, we were the best team in Major League Soccer. I was actually away with the national team. We were playing Spain in Spain, and I got a phone call in the middle of the night saying, hey, just want to let you know that that this is going to come out. We're going to let Siggy go, and we're going to pick Steve Sampson, who was the former manager of the U.S. national team. And it wasn't so much about him being unpopular as much as it was, well, we're in first place,
Right.
why are we letting this guy go? And Siggy had a lot of good relationships with a lot of players in the locker room, so that didn't quite make sense.
The only one I could probably think of the batters is Harry Redknapp at Portsmouth when they brought in, I can't remember his name now.
Oh, was it Pierre, the French guy?
No,
No,
well, he came after with some with a Z, that's all I
Okay.
remember.
That's how important he was to you, Shaq.
Oh, well, I loved Harry. I had
Alan Perrin? Was that the name of the French?
Alan Perrin came in after Z guy.
Okay.
Z guy.
ZZ.
Yeah,
ZZ Top.
This was your manager,
Yeah.
and you remember him as Z guy.
Z guy, yeah.
Okay. Z guy.
That's how much I liked him.
Final question, Shaq. What are the most annoying types of players that you've played against?
The most annoying types
Yes.
of players that I've played against. Short players.
So you say Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank was someone
Yeah,
with it.
Jimmy was naughty though.
In what way?
Jimmy, as the saying was, he would leave a little bit on you.
Okay.
So if he was a little bit late for a challenge, he'd still follow through and intentionally catch you. He would go down rather heavily after the slightest touch you get from somebody else. He was annoying.
He was naughty.
He was naughty. He was naughty. Small players were so Tony Cottee. I always remember this.
Okay.
Played against Tony Cottee at he was at Everton. I'm at West Ham. Obviously, Tony was formerly at West Ham, but he comes to mark me for a corner, and he's standing like, what's little Tony Cottee doing here?
Right.
So I'm like, as soon as this ball comes in, I'm just going to push him out of the way. As the corner swung in, I've just swung my left up, but he's ducked. I go tumbling. It was honestly, it was so embarrassing.
You got a spiral.
It was so funny. I don't think nothing came of it, but I just always remember. I look back on it, I just can't stop laughing. So because I'm used to the kind of big players up against and those physical challenges.
Yeah.
Those small players are just difficult for me, man.
Did you do anything to try and wind up goalkeepers, Ali, when you played?
Some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
You were
would
too
say
slow to duck.
I would take the hit right in the chest then and would draw a foul from it and would be a penalty. No, but I actually, what's the most annoying types of player that you played against? Well, I feel like that question is talking to me. I was annoying
Okay.
for many different reasons, but
But give us some examples.
well, I played on the fringes of legality all the time. I was,
boy.
I was physically strong enough to withstand a challenge, but if I didn't want to withstand it and I felt that it was more important for us to relieve some pressure,
Right.
I will just as easily go down.
So we were talking this week about Rodrigo de Paul, like sort
Yes.
of annoying.
Yes, that. And looking back, a lot of it had to do with the fact that I knew what my game was and I knew what the ceiling was and what the limitations were. But that doesn't mean that I couldn't stretch certain areas of the game to help my team win matches.
Brilliant.
And so, for example, I knew more times than not I was not going to be able to run away from defenders. So even if I timed my run well to get in behind, there was going to be enough time for them to get back in the race. And so it became far more important for me as I'm going towards goal that I'm riding the challenge. And so you have a defender right on your back, and all I'm trying to do is keep my body in between the ball and the defender. The defender by him running behind me, he's taking me with him.
Oh, I see.
So he's generating momentum for me.
Yeah.
And if he does anything else other than that, I'm going down. And this was the thought process. I can't get away from him. And he's pushing me forwards. All right, I'll take him with for a ride.
Like a slipstream kind of.
And either I go finish the chance, I'll either go finish the chance, or he takes me down. It's a penalty, or it's a foul, it's a red card. We move on with our lives.
Wow.
That's how I stretch.
There we are.
Fringes of legality is easily the best term I've ever heard in my life.
Well, that's how, and I lived on the fringes of legality. And so Stevie's always annoyed about that, and was always annoyed.
He's still angry about it.
As a manager. But you also take advantage of defenders and how anxious they are to go win a ball, and you'll show them the ball, and then I would get my sizable backside on the way, and here comes the foul. And they would complain, and I was, what? Well, you fouled me.
You're not there to make friends.
And I did not make many.
No?
No.
It's like Football Americas tonight.
Yes. No friends there.
Boy. ESPN FC will return to your screen tomorrow.
Ah.
Craig.
Who's there tomorrow?
Craig, me and Craig.
Hey!